Great. Thank you guys so much for joining. Today is our last day for the Healthy Mind and Body. We're just going to do a couple little testimonials as to how everybody did. I want to check in as to what kind of experiences you've had. And I do have an amazing testimony. If she'll share a portion of it, that would be wonderful. And then we're going to jam right into how to make consultants and how to get people to that point and why. So real quick, who here has absolutely 100% finished, and go ahead and be honest, your Healthy Mind and Body? Has anyone? Jai, excellent. Of course you have. Awesome. Congratulations. Teresa, you're on the call. You've absolutely 100% finished as well. She's with her on her phone. How many of you are extremely close to finishing it? I'll raise my hand on that one. All right. So we've got a few people still working on it. No problem. I'm sorry. Oh, that's someone coming in. All right, no worries. So, Jai, if you would, real quick, and then I'm going to have Teresa talk if she would you tell us what you experienced, because this was your first time doing any of the Growth U programs. What all did you experience, and what changes have you noticed about yourself?
All right, for me, I noticed that what it was telling me, what I took out of this whole thing was you're creating a diary and you're writing what you want or what your why is or whatever it was going about, whether your performance, your health, your nutrition, whatever, basically everything that you want to do in your life, you're writing it down and then you simplify it, and then you're repeating it to yourself daily, so that becomes your goal. And then you start building yourself up from the bottom or whatever point in your life you are. And then, so for me, it just kept building everything to be positive, positive, show your gratitude. That's what I got out of it. And so now with the direction that for me that it was going was, here's your why, here's your fitness, here's your performance. So now you have these goals that you repeat to yourself every single day. And at the end there, it had you basically kind of grade yourself. Where do you feel that you're at? And so for me, I put some things were 3s, some things were 4s. To me, at this point, there should be nothing that's a 5. You should always be growing no matter what. So, I mean, and that's just my opinion. But that's how I took this Healthy Mind and Body. That's how I took this whole course. This 60 days, that's how I took it.
Excellent. Excellent. Good. I'm really happy to hear that. It's pretty amazing as to just by doing those little diaries, the differences that came. And let's see. Oh, great. Thank you, Jai. Teresa is not on right now. I think she's coming back. I'm not going to read you her entire testimony because it's a little private, and I know she wants to keep some of it private. But let's just say for the first time, she felt like she had the right roadmap to guide herself. And what I wrote back to her is, that's what it is she trusted herself, where before she was counting on someone else, or all of us, whoever we want to look at in this picture. We count on other people to solve it or fix it or do something. But this program forces us to figure out our own issues and to figure it out. And I just came up with a new interrupt word for someone else that was just at my house tonight. She's really, really, really focused on losing weight, and it's not an emotional eating. Hers is a disbelief. So you know how Jai and Bryce and Rod gave us that, or for me, I use every 17 seconds. I have 17 seconds to change my thoughts. I have 17 seconds. It works so well. It's amazing how well that works for me. For her, I'm like, just tell yourself, anytime you get that self-doubt, it's working. It's working. It's working. And I feel like we can use that anywhere in life. Wherever we start to doubt ourselves or doubt the program or doubt what we're doing, just give ourselves that affirmation. And as everyone has shown us now, we have 17 seconds to change our thoughts. And if we don't, we're going to continue to think about it forever. So if anyone wants to try any of these or share some of your affirmations, I know a couple weeks ago, I think it was Tracy, had asked us to share our affirmations, but something that's working for you so that you can really truly just change that mindset immediately and bypass. Excellent. Before we move on, would anyone else like to share some of the things that you gained from Healthy Mind and Body, or while you're still gaining from it? All right, we're good. So if you have not done the program, or if you have not completed it, I really highly recommend it. You just heard Jai. You heard a little bit about Teresa's testimony. I've gone through it 4 times, different ones. There's brand new ones every time, so you're never going to run out. But if you want to continue to do Healthy Mind and Body again, you can do that one again. You don't even have to sign up for it again. You can just kind of redo it in your back office. I don't know the logistics. I know other people have done it. So you can ask that in Game Changers business page. But go ahead and continue to do that, because there's going to be so many different things that you get on different levels. And every time I go through it, I find that I'm able to take myself to a different level where I thought I had a breakthrough, but then the next time I do something, there's another breakthrough. And probably for the same issues. So we're just taking it to different levels so that we can constantly take ourselves in better places. All right, any questions about Healthy Mind and Body? There's so much to talk about right now, so I'm going to kind of skip through to a couple different subjects. All right, raise your hand if you do have any questions about that. Again, highly recommended. On the agenda, we have a lot of specials and some changes happening, so I just want to really quick go over that. Right now, we have the buy 3, get 1 free Isodelites, which is huge. Who stocks up on their Isodelites when this comes out? I do. Also, if you live in a different state other than Arizona, or you have your product shipped in any way, that shipping charge is going to increase. Usually it's right around the end of May, beginning of June. So just know that if you want to stock up now so that you don't have to worry about buying chocolates in the summer, you'll save yourself a lot of money. Also, the buy 1, get 1 free chocolate bliss bar. Who loves the chocolate bliss bar? I love that. That dairy-free leans me out, keeps my tummy nice and thin and lean. I love that. Buy 1, get 1 free, guys. That's huge. Spend $30, get $30 free. So this is where you really want to amp up talking to your customers, talking to the inactives, and really getting this information out there. You want to use it yourself to stock up, but you want to use it as a tool to share with them. Lots of things will happen. You might get them excited to get back on the product. You might just increase some BV for a little bit of time. If you're ever having trouble getting your own active status, use this as a way to promote to friends. You can put it on Facebook. There's no compliance that you cannot share a company promo. So go ahead and market this and advertise. You're going to get more of a response by a personal touch, but throwing it on Facebook and then the personal touches definitely work out great. So use it as a tool. There, just so you know, there's going to be promotions happening all throughout February. So there's a lot of exciting things happening and coming up. So take advantage of it. Linda is on. Linda and Lauren Greta are going to be doing an all-inclusive live Facebook party. So it's the first one that we've done. They're going to do it together at Linda's house. And then we're all going to be, whoever wants to participate is going to be on virtually. So it's February 8th at 7 p.m. Arizona time. There are going to be specials. There's one company special that's going to happen during that time frame. And then we thought it'd be really cool as leaders or whoever can, go ahead and put this money in. If you can't, just let us know. But we thought it'd be really cool to pay for our customers shipping. For any of those that join or purchase some products. And so another fun little incentive to get them excited to be a part of it. But the party is going to be live. So they're actually going to do a launching party just without being able to taste. So if you've been a part of the Zoom parties, if you've been a part of the Facebook parties that we've done, this is kind of another level of that, but a nice combination of all three. And I know, Chris, you and your group have been wanting to do the live parties. So jump on, and they're going to get a Facebook event group set up so we can start inviting all of our people. And you always want to invite on a personal level. If you've been doing the Facebook training at all, It is so important to keep everything as a deeper relationship, not just a very broad relationship. We don't want to just sell people. We want to, really bring them in. And this is how you're going to rank advance, or another tool to help you rank advance. So who here is working super hard for the rank advancements, starting with Crystal Manager, Director, Crystal Executive? Awesome. Let me see all the hands. You got to put it out to the world. If you're working for this and you want it, you need to let the world know. So if you keep it hidden and you don't share it, it's not going to happen. You've got to be loud and bold and put it out there everywhere. So let me see some more hands. I'm going, yes, me. All right, awesome. There you go. I love it. So all of these different tools. And really, if you just take what we've been really focused on in these last 4 weeks, with focusing on your 90-day game plan. You don't have to do the game plan exactly as is if you're doing the Facebook training, because you're getting a lot of that action piece in the Facebook training. But you definitely want to go over like the first 5-6 pages, get your why, your vision. You have to know that stuff. That's what keeps you in the game. If you don't know why you're here and why you're doing any of this and why you're reaching out to people on an everyday, daily basis, it just won't last, and that door swings open. But if you know that and you really ingrain it and you talk to your family, I know that a few people, Erin Sokol came back from NYKO and did her vision board. Daphne's got a huge poster board in her office, which I really want to do with my new office, right next to her. So she sees it every day. Who has their vision board or a vision cast or something printed? Sonia talked about it a couple weeks ago. We have to have those things so that they're always in front of us in a visual. Another fun little visual. You're standing up a lot today. I got my whiteboard behind me for a reason. So another fun little visual is for how many ever ranks you want to go for right now. So if you're just working on Crystal Manager, if you're working on Crystal Manager, thank you, always let me know, can't see it. Then take 6 of these, because you need 6 people in order to become a Crystal Manager. Take 6 enrollment forms and put them somewhere. Tape them on a wall or a mirror or a bathroom or somewhere where you have a little bit of space, but where you're going to see it so that it's a visual. And every time you enroll your 2 personally enrolled people, write their names on it and take it down, or take it down and then write their names. But then they need to enroll their 2 people in order for that rank advancement to occur. So leave it up there until they have their people, then bring it down and watch the enrollment forms go down. Kathy Coover did this with Jason Liu. And he wanted to go from consultant to Crystal Executive, and I think he had like a weekend or a week or something, not very much time whatsoever, and he did that. He put them all over his floor and his wall. He had 30, because you need 30 to hit Crystal Executive. And of course, not everyone we bring in is actually going to be a part of that calculation, but 30 that count. And so he just focused on that and taking them down, that physical action of seeing it and then moving it down. So you got to do things to really help yourself. So be out there, put it out there, put it out on Facebook. I'm working towards goal. I have a plan and a goal to rank advance the Crystal Manager. People won't know what that means, and you may or may not tell them what that means, but you just need to put it out there. You need to tell your family. If you want to get your family involved with the vision board, all of that is so important to speak it out loud to the universe. Then the next step is to go into action. And the action, if you've been doing the Facebook training, and so many of you have been, I am so proud. Raise your hand if you've been on the calls and if you're doing any of the trainings and teachings that he's giving us. Absolutely incredible, isn't it? Right? Truly incredible. And if you haven't watched any of those, it's okay, but you have 2 weeks. He gave us 6 weeks from the first week he started. So those videos are up in Game Changers, and I'll talk about this in a second, business group. But he gave us 6 weeks from that moment to watch, and we only have 2 weeks. We're not even at 2 weeks anymore. It was 2 weeks as of yesterday to watch them. So real important to take that time to watch it. It's some of the best training I think I've ever received. And what we've discussed is it's not just for business. It's really helping to deepening relationships and just make us better people. So whatever your goals are, take a look at those. Now, when you combine the 90-day program and the Facebook training and going into action, that's what's going to get you to your goals. So do you guys all want to learn the basic steps for helping people rank advanced to consultants? Okay, fabulous. If you don't have any other noise in your background, go ahead and unmute, because I want to be able to talk to you guys if you have any questions. What I'm going to teach you, again, is probably nothing new. It's just maybe another way of looking at it or pounding it into your head so that you really get it. And in order for you to help other people rank advanced to consultant, you have to know the compensation plan. And if there's any doubt in your head that, thank you, Lisa, if there's any doubt in your head that you don't know it, then just watch this, rewatch it, watch the Fast Track to Executive, just really, truly get it. And again, if that doesn't work, then call someone, call us and let us know. And the best way to really find out if you know it is for you to teach it. So if you want to teach it on the whiteboard and do a live video, or do a video and do it on the whiteboard, or sit down with a friend or family member. Sometimes it's harder to do with a friend or family member, just so you know that. Or teach someone on your team or a brand new person. It doesn't matter. You can teach me all day long. But teach it yourself, and then you'll truly know if you get it. All right. So as we all know, and you can, just so you guys know, you can do a large screen. I'm going to try and do mine right now. See if that helps. I don't think it'll make a difference on your end. There we go. I don't know if that makes a big difference, but I'm going to do my best. So the name is You Share, They Share, Repeat. All right. It's no longer you plus two, them plus two, or you plus two, them plus no one. It is you plus two, or you share, they share, repeat, and really keep it as simple as that. All right, so I'm going to do the whiteboard, and I'm going to do some real life scenarios. So again, if you can mute out, I don't like all the quietness. I'd love to have you talk to me. So feel free. Let's see, my kids move this around. Hold on. Next house, I have all kinds of space. All right. So someone will have to talk to me if you guys have any questions, because I can't really see very many of you right now. So I'm going to do some real life scenarios of what I've done to help other people rank advanced. Last year when they brought this out at NYKO, I took it seriously, just like I am right now. And I'm like, if I'm going to ask other people to rank advanced, I have to rank advanced. And so I just really focused on it. And this is what I did. And this is how I did it, probably with maybe 7 to 10 of the consultants that we brought in last year. So I'm going to use my cousin Alice. I don't think she's on, but thank you, Alice. All right. So I met with Alice and her husband, and sometimes that may or may not actually be a situation that you can do, and that's okay if it's not. But if you get the opportunity, he had a little interest in isogenics and a little interest in changing his food program, but really not a whole lot. But he sat down with me. He's a cousin. He was interested. It's a relationship. He wanted to see what I had to say and what his wife was going to be doing. So I'm like, great, you guys need to just do this together. This is so much fun when you can do it together. You're on the same meal plan. So there's that scenario. Let me give you a scenario where you're not in person with either of them and you're only speaking to one. All right, so same thing, but let's just say I'm talking to Alice on the phone. Alice, I'm so excited you're going to do this. You're going to absolutely love it. I've had great results myself. You've watched my posts. You've watched my story. You've been in our Game Changers page. You're really seeing what's happening. Do you have any questions? Okay, no. Great. I want to do it. Excellent. So the best way for you to get success is for you and your husband to do this together. Does he have any interest in changing his nutrition program or doing this with you or just supporting you? You're like, well, yeah, he he does a lot of late night snacking, and he's getting a belly, and I don't want him to have that belly anymore. And Alice, hopefully you're okay with me sharing the story, because this is actually a very true story. And he didn't really care, other than he wanted to get rid of his cravings and his late night snacking. It's just like, I want that belly to go away. So I'm like, great. So here's the thing. Do this together. You'll be on the exact same meal plan. You won't fight about food. You won't have to worry about making his meals when you're cleansing. It's just very synergistic. So if you at all get the two of you to do this together, I would highly recommend that. Stu, what do you think? And at that point, they didn't know, so they had to come back and tell me about it. Also, what I needed to do was share the money and how the money portion was going to work. So what I suggested to Alice was that she buy the 30-day program, and he gets, his name is Stu, he gets the value pack. Okay, so she was spending $301 and he was spending $399. I'm like, okay, that's fantastic. You guys are all going to have your meals. You're hardly going to have to buy anything else except for the one meal, one snack. The company is now going to give you money back because you helped your husband come in. They give you a referral. She had no interest in the business. That wasn't her concern. She does now because she's now receiving paychecks. But in the beginning, that was not her thing. She just wanted to get rid of her husband's belly. So, great. So I'm going to share with you what Alice received back. So obviously, I made the commission here. And he made that. And I did this on purpose. I bring in the smaller pack for my commission, and I bring in the larger pack for them to share all those extras, the chocolates and the e-shots and the bars and the blender. You don't need two sets of those unless they have unlimited money. But if they don't, doing that is a perfect setup. Now, Alice, you're going to get $50 back from bringing in Stu. But, I believe that, doesn't your son want to do this? So you need to kind of do a little bit of research, or just ask him, do you have someone else in your life that you want to do this with? So I'm going to give you a few different scenarios. So in this case, I knew that her son needed to lose some weight. So we sponsored her daughter-in-law, and we got her on a 30-day, and we immediately brought in the son on a value pack, just like mom and dad did. Easy for family to follow family because it's social proof and it's already worked. Alice was on the product for about a week, and they split that. Then we brought Stu in, we brought Adina in on the same week. So now Alice received double commission. All right, so in this case, she received $100 from Stu's pack and $50 from Adina. Adina then did the exact same thing. We had lots of phone calls during this time. There was a lot of conferencing going on everywhere. Totally worth it. We made 3 consultants in about 3 weeks. It was awesome. And so then they also brought in Adina's husband, her son, and Amy, her other daughter, but we put that under Adina so that Adina became a consultant. So now Alice just made $100 here for becoming a consultant, $50 on that pack, $100 on that pack, and she walked away with $200 for her first week. So she spent $700, got $200 back. Are you going to get that from Costco? Are you going to get that from Safeway? You're not. So, make it make sense for them. You and Stu can go on a great health program, but is that store going to actually give you money back just because you're doing it together? No, but we will. But you have to do it strategically. So there's one example that happened absolutely beautiful. And she became a consultant, and actually she became a crystal manager as well. So we had lots of stuff happening. Another scenario, let's say, let's just say, these are some of the visuals that I like to help people with. So if they have a spouse or partner, always go that direction because it really does make sense for both people to do this together. All right, but you need someone else in order to make this calculation happen. So do you have a friend or a family member that you go to the gym with, or that you hike with, or that you exercise with? Because if you're doing a program and you're going to lose weight or get healthier or stronger or whatever their goals are, don't you think your friend's going to want to do this with you? And don't you think if you don't tell your friend, they might actually get a little upset Do you compete with that friend at all? Are you watching each other's calories? Are you watching each other's, you know, how many sit-ups each of you do? If that's the case, your friend is going to want to do this with you. Please, can we get on a call and have the three of us speak about this so that we can get you guys doing the exact same time? So if someone can mute out and ask me that question, I didn't see it. There was a question about wording.
Actually, I can go ahead and unmute right now because my daughter walked away. But Sherry asked that the wording changed from we share, they share, repeat. The actual building and the structure is still the same.
Yes,
right?
exactly. Everything is the same, just the wording, which is the mindset. Yep. Your mindset. So it's a whole, Linda brought it up today. You plus two, them plus no one. Okay, does that happen? So, but if we change it to you share, they share, repeat, it's just a whole different mindset. So that's where it came up, but everything else exactly the same. Okay, so does that make sense of really how to talk to someone? Talk to me, guys. I want to make sure this really makes sense. I have so many other things to cover, but I want to make sure that really truly makes sense of how you can just discuss with someone about getting their husband, many or spouse. Many of you have brought your spouses in and you're doing it together. And you've had the results. Daphne, you just posted your ex-husband's results, which were amazing. I know many of you have been doing this, and it's only fair to bring in the partner and have the same meal plan, and they'll have better success, and the friend that's going to push them. But we have to really share that, and we have to be really good at getting that information out there and showing them how they're going to get the money. So here's Alice's example. Okay, Alice brought in Stu, Adina. Alice made $200. Okay, then we also have the example. Okay, here's the other example. She brought in $100 from the value pack, which the pay setter is now the value. $50 for bringing in her daughter-in-law. $100 for making Adina a consultant, because we worked on that right away. And $50 for making a consultant, so $300. Do you think that Alice was excited? She made $300 in her first couple of weeks. She has now been enrolling many different people. Now let's get her to Crystal Manager, which we worked on, and now she can redo. And she'd get that extra $250 plus another $200 or $100 because she already had one consultant. All right, so here's another example. All right, let's say you have two people buy the value packs. Your first two personally enrolled. And if I might be skipping some basics, so if this doesn't make complete sense 100%, say something, but I know I'm skipping a couple areas. But when we enroll people, we get a PIB. When we enroll two people in the same week, which is Monday through Sunday, they double our commission. A 30-day is $25 in commission, and a value pack, of course it's my last one, is $50 in commission. A Prezi is $80 in commission. When you double that, that's what you can receive. And here's my thoughts, guys. When you're enrolling on a 30-day, you're going to make $25, maybe possibly $50. Do you work hard to find that second person? You may or may not. But when you know you have $100 or $160 or $320 on the table, do you work harder? So when you share the value and the Prezi, you're going to push yourself to talk to more people. Going back to the Facebook training of reaching out to more people, it's numbers. This whole thing is numbers. Please never separate yourself from anyone else as to what level they are. It's just a matter of that person reached out to more people than you did. When you're comparing, if you hopefully don't compare, but if you do, that's the only difference with consultants versus millionaires. They're just reaching out to more people. So I push myself. I know personally, I don't push myself when I'm right here. Okay, it's $25, it's $25. But when I have the $100 to $320 on the table, I push myself to reach out to more people. We're going to get cut off real fast. So real fast, I wanted to show you the difference of a 30-day versus a value pack and a Prezi. So a 30-day, we all know what comes in a 30-day. It's $301. If we're not offering free membership, you need to just automatically look at it as $301, $25 in commission. All right. The value pack is a 30-day plus all of these items. And those items are an additional value of $217. So they spend $99 or $98 more to get $217 more in product. And are these not the products that they want? These are the products that people fall in love with. It makes the program so much easier. So that's how I share that pack. This middle pack is one of my favorites because it gives you $200 worth of product for $100, and it's all the stuff to make this easier. It's your snacks, it's your energy drinks, it's your dessert. Use a language they understand, and it makes sense to them. Okay, this just makes sense. All right. Then when you go to the Prezi, anyone you're talking to that really should be on the vitamins, which of course we should all be on the vitamins, but if they've got specific needs, if they have discomfort in their backs, knees, shoulders, hips, thighs, maybe if they're a little bit more vain and they really want to look and feel 10 years younger, or not right now, baby, or they're really stressed out, or they're really overweight and they're very serious about taking care of that, they need the vitamins. This is the best pack. So they get the 30-day plus the value extras plus the vitamins. Oh, it's no longer President's Pack, weight loss value pack. Okay, thank you. Okay, now right now I'm almost done with my call, guys. I'll get cut off. Plus the vitamins, plus the event. And I always let them know you may or may not care about that event coupon right now, but trust me, once you fall in love with that, that's going to make a huge difference. You're going to want to go to our events, and $75 off of our events is huge. Just set it aside for right now. It's free. So that pack, boys, walk away. The joys of being a mother. And they moved all of my stuff around. So the President's Pack is actually worth $733. They spend $559. They're getting $174 plus, guys, this is, hold on, shh. Ah, I've got a thing to show you guys. Guys.
Parker, do you know a different song that you want to play?
Brad's not feeling good, so I got everyone. All right, it's going to cut off. I will have to take a copy of this one because it got mixed up. But they are receiving a savings of like $400 in reality. Well, it's $733 minus the $569, so it's $174 difference. That's what it is. Okay, you have the cost of $301, $215, and $217. That's the value, the extra value in those two packs. So for the total, it's worth $733. They spent $559. They get $174 in value plus all that stuff. So you just have to show them the value of why they want those packs. And it really comes down, for the Prezi, comes down to the vitamins, and for the value, or the weight loss value pack. But for the other Pacesetter value pack, it's going to come down to all those sticky products and what that does for them. All right, this was a lot of information to get. You may have to look this over. I'll take pictures of all of these different things. You have 30 seconds to ask questions. Any questions? Thank you, Lisa. All right, so don't be afraid. The biggest thing, don't be afraid. Talk to people about bringing in their spouse or their partner. Talk to them about bringing in their friend, and bring them in first if you want, and then bring in their spouse and their friend the next week. It doesn't matter. Just bring in 2 people at a time, and you've got your consultant, and they have better success. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Yes.
And I said thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Tyler said a song that said ASS in it.
Oh, that's a bad. You can't do
It
that.
said, Mama,
I'll stay on in case anyone has any questions.